All right. Okay, we're on record. Okay, and if you guys have a notebook and a pen handy, you may want to take some notes during the call. If you're not driving, of course, you can always go back and listen to the recording if you're driving. And I know, like Jessica, I'm always multitasking too, folding laundry and doing things at the same time. It's a mom thing.
It is.
I totally get it. All right, so I'm going to start off just by kind of introducing myself, letting you guys know a little bit about me, and then Amy Provenzano. I'm the founder of our awesome team, Team Rise Up. I have been a coach for going on 7 years. It will be 7 years in February. So I'm super excited about that. And honestly, you guys, I'm still excited 7 years later to do this business than I was when I first started. So that's pretty cool to have a job that you can literally wake up to every day and absolutely love and get excited about 7 years later. Like, what job? I can't imagine any other job that I would be like going into my office being super excited to start 7 years later. So super blessed with where this business has taken me, my family. My husband and I now work this business full time from home. We're able to be with our kids. We're able to take them to and from their events. My husband's able to coach basketball. He never was able to do these things before Beachbody. So, and I'm going to tell you guys right away that like this takes time. It's not something that I just saw the success overnight. Like I said, I've been a coach for 7 years. It takes time to build up, but it takes consistency. It takes a little bit of hard work. It takes heart. It takes patience. But if you are super passionate about it and you are consistent with what you're doing, which I'm going to share with you guys, you know, the things that you guys can do to get started, you will do amazing with this business. You just have to realize that it's, you know, it's something that's going to take time to build. But it's so rewarding, and it has blessed our lives. We came from a family that was really, really in debt. We had 2 little ones at the time. They're a little bigger now, but we were struggling to pay the bills. And, you know, 7 years later, for us both to be working from home and doing this for a living, and my husband to be able to pursue real estate is just so amazing. I absolutely love it. All right, so first things first, I want to let you guys know that it's okay to be overwhelmed as a new coach. I know Veronica felt it. I know all of you guys probably felt it the day you signed up. You were like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. This is so awesome. This is so exciting. Now what do I do? Like, now I'm so petrified. What do I do, right? Like, that's just a common feeling. I felt it a lot, and I was super shy. I was this person that was like, okay, like I just signed up to coach. Now what do I do? Like, I have to start talking to people. Like, that frightened the crap out of me, right? And thankfully, a lot of this is social media, right? So I didn't really have to be, you know, super shy talking to people on Facebook. It was actually really a big relief to me. So that overwhelmed feeling is normal. You're excited. It's all new. It's going to take time for that excitement and overwhelm to wear off. But once you start digging into things, and once you get off this call, hopefully you'll feel even better about where we're going with this, and you'll feel more confident. Okay. So the number one thing I can tell you guys to really focus on in this journey is to be working on yourself. Okay. Number one, like, you just draw number one on your paper and write out working on yourself. Like, that is the key to building a long-term successful business. Consistently be working on you, because if you're not going to have these things to share on your journey and on social media, right? So you have got to be proof the products work. Okay. To this day, 7 years later, I actually started P90X 8 years ago. That was my first program. I've been consistently doing a program. Okay. Sometimes I dabble in and out of programs, but mostly doing programs front to finish, or beginning to end. And not only that, but doing the other things too, like working on myself with personal development. Okay. It's not just the fitness side of things. It's working on you on the inside. It's really important. That's really, like, the physical side is awesome. It's a perk. But transforming myself on the inside has been something that has helped me tremendously in this business, to go from the super shy person to someone that, I mean, I used to be afraid to do these kind of calls, to someone who feels more confident and is less scared and less fearful, and just, you know, goes for it, right? Just does it. And I can tell you guys that if you do slow down in your journey, and maybe you have some time off, or you're not sure what program to do, and you kind of dabble here and there, you kind of see it start to decrease in your business too. And I've noticed that there's times when I was like either injured or I was really sick, or I know I had eye surgery for a while. I had LASIK done and I wasn't able to do stuff right away. My business kind of slowed down because I stopped sharing what I was doing. So super important for you guys to be doing the programs, following the containers, drinking your Shakeology, sharing it, following the meal plan, you guys. The meal plan is so important. I can tell you there's many times when I first started as a coach, I didn't discover the nutrition really until probably a year into my journey when I started to really dial into the nutrition. And it was a game changer for me. Like that's where the results will come, okay? And you guys can see it in 80-Day Obsession. I don't know how many of you are doing it, but if, we're all following this 80-Day Obsession meal plan, totally dialed in, and you can tell the results from who's following that meal plan and who isn't. So it's just really, really impactful when you follow everything to a T. And yes, we're not perfect. Oh my gosh, you're going to screw up. You're going to have times when you're drinking wine, and you're going to have that balance, right? Maybe after 80-Day Obsession, because I'm not drinking the wine. I'm not doing that in 80-Day Obsession. But when that's over, I do find a balance. And on the weekends, I'll still have fun with my friends. I'll still have a donut. I'll still have pizza with my family on Sunday nights, but that's because we're human, and you guys have to learn to share that too. Don't just share the perfect, because then everybody's going to think you're perfect and they're going to shy away. Like share the struggle, share the things that you have struggled with, share your story of like why you started this and how you've struggled in the past and how this is helping you in today. So just be real with people, be yourself. That's the best piece of advice I can give you is be you. Okay. Just because you signed up as a coach, I don't want you going into social media and trying to change who you are. Okay. Stay true to who you are, and you will inspire so many people. All right. So being proof the product works, personal development. Some books I want to just ramble off to you guys is Compound Effect is one that is really good for new coaches. The Compound Effect. Go Pro by Eric Worre is another kind of like beginner coach book. It's awesome. And then some of the ones that focus on mindset and, kind of getting out there and being a badass really is Mastering Your Mean Girl. That's an awesome, I've read all of these and they're all amazing. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. If you really want to focus on starting your day early and becoming more of a morning person, like maybe you're a busy mom and you want to get out there and start your day earlier because you want to devote some time to your Beachbody business before the kids wake up and all the craziness happens, right? Miracle Morning. That's the name of that book. That is amazing if you want to start, getting up earlier. And that's a book that I've shared in my challenge groups to help them to get up earlier. The Slight Edge is another great book. Okay, so those are the ones I'm going to share with you guys. Just pick one for now. Focus on one. Don't read, 2 or 3 at a time, but focus on one. And then honestly, you guys, that gives you something to share on social media. I get posts from my personal development every day because I'll read something, I'll highlight it in my book, and then I'll be like, I can make a post out of this, right? Like it really does create content for social media. Okay, so that's number one, working on yourself. The second, most important thing is starting to share it. Sharing what you're doing on social media. So sharing your nutrition, sharing your workout of the day. And that doesn't mean that you guys are going to be posting this all day, every day. Okay. You're going to have probably 3 posts on social media a day. One of them can be Beachbody, or not, you're not going to say Beachbody, but one of them can be nutrition related, workout related, your Shakeology. Obviously you're not going to say the word Shakeology. We'll talk about that in a minute, but you want to keep people curious about what you're doing. So you don't want to just lay it all out there and be like, oh my gosh, look, here's my Shakeology. Like Veronica's got her cup. Like hold it up, Veronica. Let me see your cup. Okay, here's my Shakeology. This is what I'm doing. And she's showing the label, right? That's my shake. Like you don't want to do that because then people are gonna be like, oh, it's that Shakeology stuff, right? You want to create curiosity, even maybe put it in a different cup, right? A like wine glass or some fancy cup. Put some sprinkles on top, make it look all fancy. Put a little Hershey syrup on top. Like people will ask you what it is, right? And then you can begin talking to them. So you can talk to them how you're dreading your workday and how you hope one day that this coaching thing will kick off and really help you to do what maybe your coach has done with their business. What you're reading, obviously I just said, you can share your personal development, things from your personal development. And really important, you guys, don't wait to share your journey until you're finished with your results, okay? You should be starting to share your journey on day 1, or day 0 or whatever, when you take that first progress picture, you should be starting to share your journey, because people are going to be following your journey, and they're not going to want to just see the end result. They're going to want to see that journey, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, how you struggled to get your workout in today, or how the kids were all over you during your workout. You can take a video of them like jumping on top of you, or your dog like climbing between your legs. Like, you can be real with it, right? So just start sharing from day 1, because people will be more inspired. People will relate to you better because you're sharing every step of the way, okay? Number 3, you have to then, after you start, working on yourself and sharing it, then you have to start connecting with people. So you have to start, really reaching out to people on social media. And that can be the scary part, right? It's like, that was the scary part for me. Like, where do I even begin? Like, this is kind of scary. But it doesn't have to be scary. It can be as simple as connecting with people who are liking your posts on social media, or reconnecting with someone that you haven't talked to in a while. Okay, let's say Veronica posted a picture of her results, which she did. Okay, let's say someone liked the picture of her results. She can say, maybe this is someone she hadn't talked to in a while. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Thank you so much for, loving on my post. It really helps to keep me motivated. How have you been? Check their Facebook page, see what they've been up to. Oh my gosh, I saw you got a new puppy. He is so adorable. How is training going? Right? Just starting the conversation. Not necessarily saying, oh, I saw my results. Do you want to join my challenge group? Right? Like, they're going to leave. You're never going to hear from them again, ever. Okay, so connecting with people who are liking your posts, right? Who are commenting on your posts. It really, truly doesn't have to be scary. Just thank them. Thank them for connecting with you. Thank them for liking your things. And it may not end in a challenge pack sale, right? And you don't want it to in the beginning. You want to create that trust. You want to create that bond. You want to build that relationship with someone before it becomes that challenge pack sale, or someone joining your challenge group or your free group. But just connect with them. It's all about the connection. This whole business, I can't even tell you how many true friendships I have gained just by building relationships in this business. It's so amazing. Like, to think that I'm just reaching out to someone to make their day. Okay. And you can think about it that way. Say, hey, I'm going to connect with, and this is what we do in my personally sponsored chat thread. We have a chat thread with all my personally sponsored coaches, and we connect with 10 people a day. We say, okay, today the letter of the day is A. I'm going to go down my friends list. I'm going to connect with 10 people whose name starts with the letter A. So like Anne and Alicia, like, I would be connecting with them saying, hey, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a while. How are things with the family? Okay. Just connecting with them, or go to their page. If you love their profile picture and they got a new haircut, like, make their day, right? Like, that's what this business is all about, connecting, making people feel good. Okay. So hopefully that helps you guys to think about, what you're going to be sharing on social media, how you're going to reach out to people. And then, you really have to be consistent with it too. You can't just say, okay, today I'm going to connect with 10 people. Tomorrow, I totally forgot to connect with anyone. Okay. Or I'm going to post 3 times on social media today, and tomorrow I forgot to post anything, right? Or I didn't post anything. People need to see that you're being consistent, because at first they're going to question it, right? They're going to say, okay, Jessica, she just started this new workout thing. I don't know if that's ever going to work, right? They're going to question it, and then they're going to see how consistent she is with it. They're going to see that she's posting her after workout selfies. And that doesn't mean you're posting your selfies all day long. Okay. I post mine every day, and it's not like I'm posting, my sweaty selfie in the same angle every day. I'm always switching it up. I can do a video one day, a selfie one day. And I always pair it with something motivational. It's not like you're just saying, just finished my workout of the day. Oh my God, I feel so good. You're going to make it motivational. I'm going to find a quote. I'm going to spin off that quote. I go to Pinterest a lot and search workout quotes or motivational quotes or self-love quotes. And I just use those quotes and make a little paragraph about it, right? Add emojis, make it cute and pretty, and people will stop, and it'll scroll stop them, and they will stop on your stuff. Okay, but taking those days off, it's going to create that mistrust with people. They're going to say, okay, well, today she was posting, I saw all her stuff, and tomorrow, the next day, they don't see anything. Like, they're not going to have that trust and build that relationship with you. And they're going to see, that it takes time to build what you're building, and they're going to be more inspired, because they're going to be like, wow, she's really, really sticking to this. That is so awesome. And don't get discouraged, you guys, if you post your first post on social media, or you post your, we're going to talk about it in a minute, your grand opening post. You say that you're a coach, or you started this new journey, and somebody nobody likes your post, right? Maybe you get no comments, you get maybe 1 or 2 likes, and they're your mom and your grandma. Okay. Don't get discouraged, because people don't always stop to like a post. They will see your post, be inspired, and sometimes they're just too busy and they move on. People are still watching, okay, even if they're not liking. And the more consistent you stay with it, the more they'll start liking it, because you're going to be consistent with it. Okay, so don't get discouraged, all right? The ways you can connect with people, other than like connecting with people that like and comment on your posts, honestly, there's so much nowadays, right? Instagram is hot right now. Instagram is amazing. Instagram stories, if you haven't checked out Instagram stories, it takes a little getting used to. You have to really practice it. You can check out mine. Mine is That Fit Mom Amy. Veronica's, what's your name on Instagram, Veronica?
The one in English is Get Fit and Clean.
Get Fit and Clean. So that's Veronica's site. But if you guys check, we both do Instagram stories. We're consistently just sharing our day, right? It's kind of like Snapchat. You're sharing your day. It deletes after 24 hours, but it's a great way for people to view what you're doing every day. You know, and I don't just share my Beachbody, I share my workout videos. I share what my kids are up to. I share the crazy things my dog does. Like, it's just sharing my life so that people can build trust with me and know that I'm really in this to help people, not just to sell something. Okay. You can also connect with friends of friends on Facebook. You can go to your husband's friends list and connect with them. And it doesn't have to be like awkward. It can just say, hey, I see we have a couple mutual friends. I figured I'd connect with you. How's things going? Okay. And then you got to make sure that you track it. Okay. Everyone that you connect with, I don't care if you track it on Google Sheets or a notebook like this, or a bigger notebook. Actually, this is way too small to write names down on, but a notebook, write their names down when you connected with them. Make sure you follow up with people. Okay. If someone says they're interested in your program, an 80-day obsession, let's just say, for example, and then you connect with them like today, you don't want to forget to follow up with them 3 days from now. Okay, and say, hey, you know, I know you had mentioned being interested because you want to fit back into your skinny jeans, and just want to make sure you knew that like this is still there, and I really, really am excited to get started. Okay, so creating that sense of urgency and that sense of excitement. You guys are excited about this. You want to create that fear of missing out on social media, called FOMO, F-O-M-O. Create the fear of missing out. In all of my posts, I usually say, why haven't you joined me yet? You guys, this is so amazing. Like, this is so awesome. Why haven't you joined me? So just get excited, be excited. All right. And then you can also join groups, right? There's lots of groups on social media, on Facebook. You can go if you are interested in skiing, if you are, whatever town you're in, they have moms groups. You can look up moms groups in Charlotte. I am a dog owner. I have a golden doodle. So I look up golden doodle groups on social media. And I join those groups. And you don't join those groups with an intention to push things or sell anything on anyone. You go in there to build friendships, to friend request them. After you connect with them, obviously, don't just friend request them out of the blue. But after you have a few back and forths with them and you talk to them, then you can friend request them. And they're ready to be your friend. Okay, and that's someone who's going to start seeing what you're posting on social media. Okay, and could possibly be someone who joins your challenge group or joins your team. Okay. Also, you want to think about what I call the 5 pillars. Okay, if you want to write that down, the 5 pillars. These are things that you are going to be sharing on social media, because you don't want to just be sharing about Beachbody all day long. You want to have the things that you are interested in be your social media posts. So your 5 pillars are literally the 5 things that you have that you're interested in outside of Beachbody. Okay. So I love peanut butter. I post a lot about peanut butter. Okay. I even hashtag on Instagram, peanut butter lover. Okay. So I come across a lot of people that will start sharing stuff about peanut butter and tag my name. Like, Amy Bronzano, I thought you'd want to see this because you love peanut butter. Right. So it starts to create that niche of people that are following you. Okay. So if you love fashion, post stuff about fashion. If you love, I'm a lazy cook, so I share lazy recipes that don't take a lot of work, right? But if you're into recipes, you can share recipes. What else? I have someone who loves dogs, so she connects with all the dog lovers, and she posts even her support group on social media is focused on dogs. But that's fine, because that's people that she wants to attract because she loves dogs. Okay, so those are the 5 things, the top 5 things that you love. Right? If you love to do hair, you can post hair tutorials or things about hair. Obviously, you can still post about your kids. If you're a mom, you can post about your kids. That can be one of your pillars, okay? So, but make sure you have those 5 pillars. You can look at them daily just to really remind yourself of the things that you should be posting about on Instagram or Facebook, okay? All right, so that is that section. Honestly, you guys, just remember to be yourself. Be you, like believe in yourself. It takes a lot of belief in this business. It took me a while to build my belief up. So if I could give any advice to you guys, it's start believing in yourself right away. And I know it takes time, but it's gonna take personal development. It's gonna take reading some books if you don't feel like you have that confidence yet. Like dive into some personal development books, okay? All right, so I'm to the big part of this call, which I absolutely love, and it's talking about your why, okay? Really quickly, I just wanna share that my why is the reason I'm still here in this business 7 years later. My why, okay, and I'll explain really quickly that your why is something that is going to drive you in this business past those hard days, past those tough times in the business where you're hearing no over and over and over again. There's people saying no, 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 okay? You have to have something deep in your soul that is pushing you to stay in this business, to create, keep creating the success in the business because you have this strong why. And I don't know, some of you are fairly new, so you might not know my story, but my why in the very get-go, in the beginning, was to stay home with my kids. I wanted to be home with my kids. I knew my nanny job, I was a nanny, I knew my nanny job was gonna come to an end once my kids went off to school. So I really, really wanted to be the one to get them on and off the bus. I wanted to be the one that was there when they got off the bus, talking to me about their day. I didn't want them to have to tell anybody else. I wanted to be that person. So that drove me into my first few years of my business until within about a year and a half, I was able to leave my nanny job and do this full time from home. And then as you're gonna start to realize as you start to go about this business that your why is gonna change, okay? Your why might be something in the beginning and then you crush that goal and it happens in your life and that dream becomes a reality. Then you're gonna change your why because you have to have something else to focus on. I couldn't just say, okay, my kids are home now. Now I have no reason to keep going in this business. I had to find another why, and that was bringing my husband home because he worked crazy hours and like rarely saw the kids. And I wanted him to be able to be around the kids more and the kids to be around him more and for him to not be stressed out because his job was hell. It was just, he'd come home every night depressed and just hating life pretty much. So that was my goal. I worked hard and he joined the business too. When I told him I wanted to bring him home, I wanted him to, honestly, at first it was like, I just want him to work less hours. And that was what it was at first. And then he started working the business as well. And we pushed hard together and he was able to leave his corporate jobs about 3 years ago. So, and then of course that happened, right? So that was amazing. That was even more exciting to me than, me being home with the kids. Like that was more exciting to me. And then it became, okay, what can I focus on now? Like, I gotta have this vision, right? I have to have this vision in my head of why I'm doing this. And then it became, I wanted to help my family financially, my extended family financially that were struggling. My sister struggles a lot with finances and they really, really struggle. So that was my goal. And then also I really want to help every single person that comes on this team to crush their vision and to really believe in themselves too. So that became my vision. And honestly, you guys, my kids do crazy expensive sports. They're travel soccer and competitive cheerleading, and they are ridiculously expensive. And if my husband and I still didn't work this business, we wouldn't be able to do those things with our kids and be able to travel almost every weekend with them. And I could never look at my kids in the face and say, I'm sorry, you guys, we didn't work hard enough. You can't do cheerleading or soccer this year. Nope. Like that brings tears to my eyes. See, like, those are the types of things that are going to push you in this business. Those are the types of things that you need to have as your why. So what I want you guys to do right now is to take out a piece of paper, a separate piece of paper if you have it, and to write down what your why is. Like what is pushing you in this business right now today? I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to do it and then put it somewhere where you can see it, okay, every day. So I'm going to keep quiet for a couple minutes, have you guys do that, and then I'll be back. All right. So I'm going to see if Veronica wants to unmute herself and share what her why is. And she actually was a coach for a little while and just joined us again. So I'm sure she has, if you don't mind, Veronica.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Well, my why has always been uh,
Oh, you're cutting out a little there, Veronica. Unless it's me. Maybe I'm cutting out.
okay.
Oh, you're freezing. I see you, but I don't hear you.
What about now?
There you go. Yes, I hear you.
Better?
Yes, much better.
um, well, my why is it's also my kids. I used to be an interior designer. I used to make good money, but I was never home. And my kids grew in front of my eyes like so fast. I was always on the weekends, at events, at night. So I literally would just come home and have dinner with them and then go back to work, sometimes until midnight, 1 in the morning, and it wasn't like that every day, but it was enough where like all of a sudden my kids weren't babies anymore, that hit me really hard, and I started falling into depression and started drinking, and I was unhappy. I was really unhappy, and I decided just cold turkey to leave my job, which was very irresponsible, but I just had to do it for my health, because sometimes you need to take care of you first, so then you can take care everybody else around you. So I I did that, and my husband had to go out and get more work so we can, we had to cut our expenses, sell our house, and do a lot of cutting of expenses, but it was necessary for our health, and now I literally I'm here full time with the family all the time. I pick them up, I drop them off, and it's something that I could never do. Although I used to make a lot of money, I could not do those things. So to me, I'm adjusting my life, um, to have less things, but the quality of time that I didn't have before, that even with the money I couldn't have. So, and hopefully, I will build it where I could make the money I used to make and more. Um, because I believe in this business. I believe so, very much in the products, in the community. I love it so much. I just, if they would like shut down Team Beachbody, I honestly don't know, you know, what I would do, because I just love the community. It's amazing.
Well said. Thank you, Veronica. And you are going to crush it, and you're going to totally get back that income that you had before. I know it. I know it. Because she has the heart, and she has a strong why for why she wants to do this. And you said it right. Like, you gave away some things, in your life, but your quality is better now, that you are happier, you're not so drained and, depressed, right? Because you were missing your kids. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that. So thank you. So the rest of you, it's totally up to you. I'm not going to pressure anyone to share their why, but make sure that you guys share your why with your coach. Okay, I would love for you guys to either Facebook it to them, just be like, hey, I'm on the call with Amy. Like, she wants me to share my why with you, because I like to know all of my coaches' whys, because that way, if they're ever having like a tough day, or they're really questioning the business or what they're doing, I'm like, hey, girl, like, remember why you're doing this. Like, remember why you started. And that really does help a lot. So, but if any of you do want to share, feel free to unmute yourself. I'd love to hear. But it's totally up to you. I know I used to be scared, petrified, and so sweaty, even talking on a call. So I totally understand.
I'll share mine because I just went live yesterday.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how else to say it, but I work with customer service, so I have to talk all day.
Perfect.
I have a choice. It's a job hazard. My why was I made a promise to my best friend before she died. She died of ovarian cancer in 2011, so almost 6 years ago.
Mhm.
And the promise I made to her is that I would be the healthiest I can be and live life to the fullest. And I've done part of it, but I haven't done all of it because the weight keeps coming back. It's a little thing called emotional eating, and I'm a stress eater, so it's horrible. And the job that I'm in with tech support can really get very stressful very quickly. Add in the fact that I live in New Jersey, and I commute to New York every day. My commute stresses me nonstop. Am I going to get to work or am I going to get home becomes the question almost every night.
Gee.
Yeah. How late am I going to be? I don't make plans at night because I can't guarantee I can get there right now. But it's a driving why for the last 6 years, and I had some success from things. Life happens. We had 3 or 4 deaths in the family, and I was good, I was bad, I was good, I was bad. I've tried this, I've tried that. I've been down the diet trail. I'm done with it.
A lot of yo-yos, right? A lot of yo-yoing.
I hate yo-yos.
Yeah, we don't like yo-yos here at Team Beachbody either.
Diet yo-yo needs to go, and I just read the fads, and I'm looking at what they did with Weight Watchers. I said, yeah, I gained all the weight back, and they did nothing. I continued going to meetings and paying for it. I got no help.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the beauty of this, Team Beachbody is that it's not just, a plan. It's that you have a community of people that are really in your corner and supporting you and there for you to hold you accountable. And, I think you're doing great, Anne. I really do. I think that you're going to, you got that.
Seriously, and my husband's like, maybe I should try eating the way you are. So maybe if you give up the pepperoni.
There you go. Make it a little competition. Like a little
trying.
Oh, I love it. And thank you for sharing. When things happen in your life and you lose someone you love, you guys know my story. I lost my mom very early in life, about 13 years ago. And it came as a shock. It wasn't something like you could look at her on the outside and think she was, overweight or unhealthy. She looked healthy. She was, a perfect weight. It's just that, her heart wasn't strong, and she never ate healthy. She never worked out. And it was one of those things that was really a shock to my system when I got that phone call, because you don't ever think, that someone that isn't really sick is going to pass away. But she had a blackout spell. She passed out in her bathroom and hit her head and was just she had no air. So it was deemed an accident, right? But there's all these thoughts in your head that are like,
all the guilt.
Oh, not just that. It's like, did she do enough to make her heart healthy? Did she not have a strong heart because she didn't work out or she didn't, eat healthy? We didn't learn how to eat healthy as kids. And that's something that I want to pass down to my kids, because I don't want, my kids to have to say goodbye to me. Like I had to say goodbye to my mom way too early. So that's another thing that drives me in this business every single day. That's why when people look at me and I get this critique all the time, it's, Amy, why are you still working out and eating healthy when you're already pretty fit? I got it this weekend, you guys. I brought my containers to Dave & Buster's, right? I bought my portion containers. I set them out on the table. I was eating. Some waitress stopped me and said, why are you eating so healthy? Like, you're already so trim. And she was like pointing up and down. I was like, oh, I said, well, I work for a company and I'm, proof the products work and it's my lifestyle, and she sat down and she talked to me. And that's why talking to people and being proof the product works in public is so important, because she's messaged me. She wants to start a 21-day fix. Like, it's so important for you guys to share what you're doing, even, and understand too, that like, you're going to get to that point where you are, fit and healthy, and people will ask you, like, why are you still doing this? Or why are you eating healthy at this party? Or why are you not having wine? You guys have to be confident in the fact that this is you and this is your lifestyle. And you have to just, be confident in yourself enough to tell your friends. And they're not going to be, they're not true friends if they don't understand, right? So we don't want that negativity in our lives. And that's what I love about this business and this community, is that we're all after the same goal. We're all in this together. And so that's my why. Thank you guys for sharing. And I don't know if Jessica wanted to share. It's totally okay if not.
Is my microphone on?
Yes, I can hear you. Yep.
So the thing for me is it originally started out as accountability was the reason why I became a coach. Mm-hmm. Over the past year and a half, I've lost 90 pounds.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, and I don't know, it just seemed like naturally the next step for me was to kind of step into coaching, just because I knew the products worked, loved, all the fitness programs, and I don't want to go back to the way that I was.
Right.
But since I've started, I mean, I've only been a coach for a couple of weeks. Something that I guess the Lord's really laid on my heart is, for those that don't know, my husband's a pastor, and, obesity runs rampant in the church. Like just about every function is, buffets and going to restaurants and, and there's nothing wrong with the fellowship, but I think for me, like, I just want to, oops, my phone's dying. I just want to inspire, I guess, other Christians, to, take notice of your health. It's important, like you can't fulfill the ministry God's got you for if you kill yourself off with your food choices. So I guess for me, that's kind of a driving force. And obviously extra income would be fantastic.
I love that. I love that too, because income is like, I didn't sign up either for the income. Like, it wasn't that. I was like, I want to help at least one person, and the income, that's great. It's an awesome perk. I'll tell you guys, I'm not the one that checks my income on Thursdays. My husband is. Like, he'll tell me what we made each week, because like, that's not my driving force. Like, how many people can I help this week? Like, that's it, and that's what's beautiful about this, and your why is that's so awesome. It's so beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, and I think Alicia's still driving, so I will let her be safe. Okay. All right, so thank you guys again for sharing. I know that they're personal to our hearts, but it really does help to share, have that accountability, but put it somewhere that you guys can see it every day, okay? Because there's gonna be times when you doubt yourself, there's gonna be times when you question things, and if you look at that why, it's gonna keep you going, okay? So, all right. So where are we here? I think we're on to the business stuff there. Like, that was all the fun stuff. Now we're on to like the business. And I'm not going to go too much, because I want to try to keep this to as close to an hour as I can. But I want to go into a little bit of the business stuff, and then the rest of the stuff you guys are going to learn. I hope that you guys get connected into our Rise University, which is our new coach training. If you haven't, make sure that you message your coach, make sure that they add you to that group. So write down Rise University. And it's a self-paced training, so you guys can do it at your own pace. We just like you to there's a tracker system in the group, and we like you to see where you're at so that we can like shout you out on the team page when you've completed like the first few lessons or whatever. So keep yourself tracking, and by the time you go through all the little days of the daily assignments, you'll be able to check it off at the end, and we'll be able to shout you out on the team page once you complete the training. So make sure you do that. So a lot of the business type stuff will be in there, so I'm not going to go too deep right now, because I don't want to like overwhelm you even more than you are now as a new coach. So, but just some things really quickly that I want you guys to focus on. And the first one is 4 vital behaviors. Okay, the 4 vital behaviors in this business, if you ask any successful coach what they've done to be successful, pretty much all of them will say the 4 vital behaviors consistently over time. Okay. And those 4 vital behaviors are invite, invite, invite. That's number 1. Number 2 is be proof the product works. Number 3 is personal development. And number 4 is recognition. And pretty much all of them are self-explanatory. But personal development, you want to make sure that you make time for at least 15 minutes a day. And that's how I start my day, because I like to start my day in that positive mindset. So I'll wake up, I'll have my Shakeology while I read my personal development. It's just 15 minutes. Okay, that's it. But I'll get enough to like have nuggets to share throughout the day and to start my day out right. And then I'll do my workout, and then I'll have my post-workout meal and all that fun stuff. But starting it with personal development, and it doesn't have to be a book all the time. Okay, it doesn't have to be a physical copy of a book. I do like to sit down and read a physical book. It's just me. But I also listen to podcasts. I'll plug in my little ear pods. I'll go to, you can go to Team Beachbody podcasts on your iPhone, or whatever phone you have. I think iTunes, if you search Team Beachbody on iTunes, you can look up any past national call. Okay, and that's going to be my next thing, is to make sure that you're listening to the national calls. And then you can also just listen to any book really on audio. A lot of the books come on audio. You can listen to them in the car if you want to multitask and you have a long ride to work, long ride home. You can just plug in personal development instead of listening to cheesy radio or music, right? It's going to be more beneficial. And then what's the other one? Oh, recognition. The fourth vital behavior is really just making sure no matter how many coaches you have on your team right now, maybe you don't have any, but even if you get one coach, if she makes her first post on social media, shout her out on the team page. Okay. Recognition is so awesome because in many businesses, right, in many companies, you don't get that recognition. Like I'll share a funny story. We have a coach on our team. She's doing amazing. She has been a coach for about 3 years, but she's been a nurse for 10 years. And for her 10-year anniversary present as a nurse for saving people's lives, she got a pin. That's what she got, a pin in a box. She was all excited to open this little box, and it was a pin. And she was like, okay, I've been a coach for 3 years, and I've been on 3 free trips for Beachbody for helping people. I get swag in the mail all the time. Like, she just couldn't believe it. So just kind of shows you that, like, we are a company that recognizes people for helping people. And then also, if you have challengers, shout out your challengers in your groups. Anybody in your group, shout them out on social media. Okay. They love that stuff. Or shout them out in the actual group. If you don't feel comfortable shouting them out on social media, I always ask permission first to share any results pictures. But if you want to just shout them out in the group, that's a closed group. They will love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so that's the 4 vital behaviors. Obviously, inviting, that's really important. You know, after you start sharing and you start building those relationships, you can invite them to join a free group. You can create any type of free group, you guys, just a closed group on Facebook. It could be a personal development group where you're all reading the same book together for 5 days and you share your takeaways, or you do a squat challenge, or a self-love challenge where you're sharing little self-love assignments. Like, there are so many different things you can do. And if you search, and in Team Rise Up, there's a search tab. If you go on your phone to Team Rise Up, there's a search bar. If you search like any topic you want to learn about, and you can also do the same thing in Team Beachbody on FAQ. But if you search anything like free groups, you can search free groups. You can search grand opening posts. I'll get to that in a second. But anything you search will pop up, and you guys will see tons of different free group templates that you guys can use. Super, super awesome. Okay, so the next thing is making sure that you are being on all of the calls, okay? So the one thing I did when I started this business that really helped me kind of skyrocket in the beginning was making sure I was on all the calls, okay? I understand life is busy. I get it. We can't always attend a live call because either it falls at bedtime for our kids, and right now it's bedtime for my kids, but I'll put them to bed at 9:30. My daughter loves call night. She's like, I can just stay up till after the call. So, but find time. Like when I was a nanny, I would make lunch for the kids and I would have the national call on my speakerphone, or I would just pop it up on speaker and I'd be listening while I was making lunch. The kids were like, this is boring, but like, I don't care. I need to listen to it. And obviously you can listen to them in the car, wherever. Our team calls are always on our team calendar, pinned to the top of Team Rise Up. Okay, so our team calls are usually every other week, and I kind of switch around the days to see what works, and kind of so I can make sure that different people can attend the calls. But those are always recorded, but being live on the calls, I felt like something really helped me in the business was to be live on the calls, because I could ask questions, I could get feedback right away. And honestly, you guys, if I left it to listening to the recording, I would never get it done. So I always made sure I was on the live calls. Okay, so our team calls, the national calls, you also get that feeling of the tribe, right? The tribe that we have, the community that we have, you get on the live calls, not on the recordings. Okay. All right, so those are the first 2 things. The next thing I want to talk about really quickly is Success Club. And you guys can look up more details in Team Beachbody on what Success Club is. But really quickly, just to cap it off, Success Club is a rewards and recognition program that Beachbody put together to really, really reward you for helping people. Okay, so we get rewards. We get like prizes through Beachbody every month when we help at least 3 people. Start with a challenge pack, or Shakeology and Home Direct, or on-demand challenge pack. It has to be a challenge pack or Shakeology on Home Direct. It has to be like an HD Home Direct order to cultivate a point, okay? So maybe you want to write this down really quick, but it is 2 Success Club points for a challenge pack and 2 Success Club points for Shakeology and Home Direct, okay? So you get 2 points per challenge pack, 2 points for Home Direct order of Shakeology. And that can be a new coach. Okay, let's say you sign up a new coach, you get 2 points if that person orders a challenge pack. And also if you just sign up a new customer as well. But every month you guys are gonna start back at 0. okay? Because they really want you at Team Beachbody to help new people every month. That doesn't mean you're going to stop helping the people from the previous month, because they're going to still continue to order Shakeology if they're loving life and they're getting results in your group. They're going to continue to order. So your business is going to grow. Your income is going to grow because you're helping 3 people this month, 3 to 5 people. And then the next month you're helping 3 to 5 people. And that income is going to grow over time because these 3 people that started last month are going to order Shakeology the next month. And then I'm going to help 3 new people, and it's going to just double over time. Okay. So, what else was I going to say? I got off on a tangent. Okay. So Success Club 5 is helping 3 people. Okay. Cause you're going to get 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. That'll get you at Success Club 6. Okay. So you'll be, equivalent to Success Club 5. You'll be in our, what we call the 3 Lives Club. We shout it out on we shout it out on our team page all the time, who reached Success Club this week and this week and this week. And then at the end of the month, we have our little Success Club leaderboard. And then there's also Success Club 10. And Success Club 10 is helping 5 people a month. Okay. So in my business, when I first started, I made it a goal because honestly, I didn't know what Success Club was, but I saw people going on these free trips to like Caribbean and cruises. And I was like, I can't afford to take my kids on a trip. So I am going to help 3 people every month so that I can go on a free trip. And that's what I did. I missed the first trip. Like I qualified to go, but I couldn't afford the flight. So I didn't go. So the second trip we went on, and ever since then, we have gone on every free trip that Beachbody has had, which has been amazing. It's been Disney. It's been, they charter a cruise ship and then they fill it. It's all Beachbody coaches, nobody else. It's all Beachbody. It's crazy. We've been to Cancun. We're going to Riviera Maya in April. That's this year's trip. So, sorry, Veronica's asking. I just want to check Veronica's question. Okay, so successful points for new coach sign up with no purchase. So you mean like they sign up as a coach, they've never ordered anything in the past, and they don't get anything at sign up?
Well, she was on the Shakeology, but not under me, and she signed up under me as her coach. You know, like she signed up as a coach.
You should get that because she was switched over to you. If she was already your customer when she ordered, you wouldn't get that if she signed up as a coach because you already got that lifetime point for her. But if she wasn't yours, then you should get a Success Club point, but I would call and make sure. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, so yes, I was talking about free trips. You can definitely get a free trip. If you hit Success Club 5 or 10 every single month consistently, you will start earning points towards a free trip, which is amazing. So, and that's all it is, right? They give you a free trip for helping people, which is insane to me. So awesome and definitely worth it. Okay, so I just made that my goal. I have hit Success Club. I don't know if I'm at like 68 months in a row or something of Success Club 5 and then some 68 in a row for Success Club 10. So I'm what they consider a Success Club All-Star legend in the business. And honestly, you guys, I just aim for helping people. It's not like it's all about the points for me. It's that if someone were to tell me this was my business and I was in the corporate world, if someone were to tell me I needed to strive to help 3 to 5 people a month, I would make that quota. I would make that happen. And that's really what this is. And this business will really reward you. They'll send you gifts. They'll throw you on a free trip. You'll get shouted out on our team page. So all sorts of fun stuff with Success Club. And if you want to learn more about it in your coach online office, you can look up Success Club, and there's lots of stuff about what it is and the promotions and how it will help you in the business. All right. So let me see here. Flip my page. Okay. Okay. Sorry, just skimming my notes here because I want to keep this to 10 more minutes. Okay. Oh, this is important for you guys to know. As new coaches, okay, if you hit Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach, you are what's considered a success starter and you win a free ticket to Summit, which Summit is like our huge Beachbody coach event. It is like non-negotiable for me. Like, and I tell all my coaches, like, you need to get to Summit because it is a game changer for your business. You go to Summit, you meet all the coaches on your team. We have a team party. We all meet each other. It's like one big party. It's awesome. You get to work out with the trainers live. It's really dark in here. You get to let's see what else. All the trainings that you go to, that all of these top leaders will be speaking at these trainings. You bring your notebook and you learn. And I'm telling you guys, there are coaches on our team who felt kind of like they were fizzled out, and then they went to Coach Summit and they came back on fire and they lit up their business. So Summit is, you can share a room with people, right? And if you guys get the free ticket to Summit, that's a lot of the expense taken care of. You can share rooms with people. We have people posting on our team page all the time, hey, I need a roomie, who's going to Summit? You guys split the cost. It's just really, really cool. We had, I don't know if Veronica was at this one, but we had a Summit once when I think 4 or 5 girls shared a room. They just camped out, they had one bathroom. They just, all 4 of them shared the room because they all split the expenses and they were able to go because they all roomed together. And they became like the best of friends by the time they were gone. It's the coolest thing ever. So non-negotiable with Summit, okay? So all you need to do as a new coach is to hit Success Club in your first full month as a coach. So let's say you signed up in January, okay? February would be your first full month as a coach. So if you hit Success Club in February, March, and April, you get that free ticket to Summit. If you hit it, if your first month with Success Club, you get like a call with Carl Deichler, the CEO, so you get to hop on a conference call. And then the second month, you get more recognition. And then the third month, you get that free ticket. Okay, so super exciting. Want you guys to aim for that. That would be awesome. We love shouting out success starters. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all of the businessy type stuff. Oh, the ranks. You guys can learn all about the ranks in the coach training. But literally, they started Emerald. Veronica became an Emerald coach about, 2 days into your coaching business? She signed up. She signed up her husband and her son, and then I think she signed a couple more coaches since then. So she's got like 4 or 5 coaches. But it's not as hard. Some people think, oh my gosh, to get to Emerald, to sign 2 coaches, like I need to be an Emerald. Like I don't know if I could ever do that. But honestly, you guys, you could be like to your best friend, hey, let's do this together, or your sister who loves Shakeology too, like, hey, let's do this, right? Or your husband, right? Like, hey, let's do this together, right? So it really isn't too hard. And once you start filling your challenge groups, you guys, and you start having free groups and challenge groups, you are going to have people to share this opportunity with. And on our team, I do these things called the live What is Coaching webinar. And I literally share the coaching opportunity on a live call. And you just have to add people to the group. And I speak with another coach on our team, and we talk about our story. We answer questions about coaching to all your prospects. So you don't really even have to do much. You invite them to the coaching sneak peek, and we literally share it all. You just have to follow up with them, okay? So, and then after Emerald, it goes a little bit higher. You can hit Ruby, and then you can hit Diamond. And then after Diamond, you can start having more Diamond coaches pop up on your team. And as you start to add more coaches, you become Star Diamond, 5 stars. I'm 7 star. So 7 star just means I have 7 diamonds on my team. Okay, and it can go all the way up to 15 star. You can be multi 15 star in different business centers, but I'm not even going to go there because it's really confusing. Okay, so does anyone have any questions yet before I finish this up? I hope it's helping. I do hope it's helping at least. I'm rambling.
Wait, I have one question. I need 3 points to hit Success Club because I signed my husband up as a discount coach.
You what? What'd you say?
I signed my husband up as a discount coach, so he's drinking the Shakeology. But that's what he did when he signed up as a coach. So I only got 2 points, so now I need 3 more.
That's okay. That's 2 points out of the way, right?
But I need 3 more in 2 days. So
hey, you never know. And I tell all my coaches, like, don't give up just because there's 2 days left in the month. Like, you can talk to people. You can just share, right? Make a post on social media about like someone's results on our team, or it could be your own results. I shared Darlene O'Rourke's results the other day and got lots of people interested in 80-day obsession. So honestly, I mean, if you just increase your messages, you increase your invites, anything can happen. Like, I think I've been at 0 in the last like 4 days of the month, and I ended up at Success Club 10 in 3 days. So it can definitely happen. You just have to have your mindset right. You have to be like, okay, you know, and if not, you can hit it next month, you know, it's no big deal, you know? Okay. So any other questions before I move on? And I think I only have like 5 minutes left, and then I'll see if you guys have any questions. No, Jessica, you good? Okay. Is it starting to become a little bit more clear? I know it can get confusing. Okay, Cool. Awesome. All right. Sorry, I'm just going through my notes, making sure I just hit on the main things here. All right. Okay. And this is like a learn as you go business, right? Like it's one of those things that you can just literally, I learned as I went. There were I couldn't know everything all at once. I just kind of learned as I went. I asked questions on the team page. I YouTubed a lot. YouTube is a savior. If you go to YouTube and you type in anything Beachbody in the search bar, like Beachbody Challenge Group, Beachbody Free Groups, Beachbody Coaching, Beachbody Challenge, like whatever you want to type in there to learn about Beachbody Success Club, you will learn anything there is to know on YouTube. My husband, when he joined the business, he didn't do anything with the training or anything. He just literally went to YouTube. He followed the top coaches. If you go to teambeachbody.com, you go under rewards and recognition, you can find the top 25 coaches in the network. Follow them, follow their Instagram, see what they're doing. Doesn't mean copy what they're posting, just take what they're doing and, take it and do your own with it, right? So follow the top coaches, hit up YouTube. There's just so much information. Lots of amazing coaches will share what they're doing on YouTube. So you can definitely learn as you go there. All right. Okay. So honestly, you guys, I so appreciate you guys being on this call, because if you're on this call, it really means that you're ready for this and you really, really want to, get past your fears and have the courage to get out there and share your journey, which is amazing. And it really means that you're in it to win it, which is great. So I want you guys to just focus really on believing in yourself and getting past your fears, because that's the thing that held me back in the beginning. I didn't start, approaching people about the coaching opportunity until too late. I really did. I mean, not that it's too late, because, everything's been amazing in this business, but I feel like I waited too long to start sharing this journey, to start sharing what coaching is, to start inviting people to coaching. I felt like I just waited too long. So always be moving forward, always be challenging yourself. If you hit that rank of Emerald, like don't just feel stuck there, do what you did to get to Emerald again. And to me, Diamond is just hitting Emerald over and over again, right? And Veronica will tell you the same thing. Literally, that's what it is. You're going to hit Diamond multiple times and it's going to get you to Diamond. Hit Emerald multiple times and it's going to get you to Diamond. So don't just stop when you hit a rank and like not know where to go. And if you need help, like our team is amazing. We will help you. Your coach is there for you. They will help you as well. And it's a team effort. Like we are a team and we're here for each other. We're called Team Rise Up because we help each other rise through anything, right? Any fears, any struggles, any objection that you guys get, you can post to our team page. We'll help you overcome that objection. But truthfully, it's getting past your fears. I waited a long time to get past my fears and to like take down the wall around me. And I just encourage you guys to believe in yourself and have the confidence to, know that you're going to inspire so many people, and that this business, I mean, there is no cap to this business. There's no limit. The sky is the limit. You guys can do anything if you truly want it and you truly believe in it and you have that powerful why. And one piece of advice too is to give this business a year. Honestly, I would give it 5 years, right? Like to me, sitting where I am now, if I listen to my coach, right? My coach isn't in the business anymore, but the founder of our team, like way back, they're not really doing anything anymore, but he told me when I first signed up to give it a year. And I had no clue what he was talking about. I'm like, give it a year? Like that seems like a long time, right? And thank God I listened, right? Because there were days when I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I can put myself out there. But I kept continuing to do it because I'm like, I'm going to give it that year. And I'm telling you guys, at my year anniversary, I messaged him and thanked him for those words, because I hit my highest paycheck and I felt so like a sense of just passion and purpose, because I finally found something for me in my life. Because I've been giving to my kids, and like as a nanny, you give to kids all day long. And I didn't have that thing, that sense of purpose. And I remember the message. I was like, thank you so much for telling me to give this a year, because I never would have known that I had found my passion and my purpose in life if you hadn't have said that. And I mean, the money is a side thing, but I did get my highest paycheck to date on that year. So, I mean, to me, I'm like, give it longer than a year, because this is a long-term thing. It's a lifestyle. It is a community of people that, regardless of making money, like, it's holding me accountable. Like, I would have never still been on track 8 years later in this fitness journey if I was not in this business, if I wasn't a coach. I feel like coaching has helped me stay so accountable by leading these groups and having these ladies look to me. I better sure as heck get my workout in. I better be drinking my Shakeology. I better eat healthy, right? I better be reading my personal development because I expect my coaches to. So, and I also want you, there's this quote that I found, and it says that your first year of coaching is similar to learning how to walk. If you fall down, don't just give up. You keep going and you keep learning. Be empowered, never defeated. I love that. It gives me goosebumps every time I read it. It's so true. Okay. So get out there, be a blessing in someone's life, believe in yourself. Okay. And I really, truly hope that this helped you guys to understand a little bit more about the business. There's a lot of more technicalities that I'm not going to go into, but I want you guys to dive into the training, okay, to learn all about how to do that. So that's all I have. Does anyone have any questions? And this is recorded, so you guys can share this with your teams or any coaches that you have on your teams as well. And I'll share it to the team page. Any questions? You guys feel like you understand it a little better? Yes, Anne? I think we lost Jessica. Maybe she lost her Wi-Fi, but that's okay.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Oh, she said her phone was dying. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so get out there, you guys. Have fun with this. Have fun with it. Show your passion and your purpose in your posts, okay, you guys? And go out there and inspire as many people as you can. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.